Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, get comfortable. The missive today is going to be entitled Setting Intentions. Tribe, welcome you all in. Welcome, 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 welcome. I pray everyone has had a good day, fruitful as well as eventful. Going into the New Year's, So, it's a good time for setting intentions. We typically celebrate the New Year's during this time. Many of us who begin to ascend in the spirituality, we have a tendency to celebrate in March when the New Year really hits. But nevertheless, we're going to take advantage of this energy because it's very real, right? This becomes a part of reality, right? So, setting intentions. I can say in this collective energy that quite possibly many of us spend a lot of time missing what we manifesting because we don't really know the importance of having our intentions together. One good thing about your intentions and when you set them, it's a frequency. It's kind of like setting your stove on a certain frequency and then stepping out. When you come back in, that stove still going to be on the same temperature as you left it. Well, your life is a lot like that. And I want you to understand something about setting intentions. When you set your intentions, a lot can go on in the process. From the time you set your intentions to the time you reach your destination, you can really stray so far away from your intentions that you don't even know what you intend to do anymore, right? This is why setting your intentions is so important at the beginning, because even when you begin to stray, you have a frequency that you can get back to, because you already attained that frequency when you set your intention. So like, perhaps you could be struggling with faith. Well, the resetting of your intentions, it can bring you back, it can bring you a little closer to your faith. You might be trying to bring something in, you might be manifesting something in. Maybe you got far away from it. Well, if you reset your intentions, it can get you back in alignment. So we're just going to talk a little bit about setting up intentions, right? And I'm going to give you some different phases, or, you know, it's just, this is about sharing energy. This is about helping, right? So I say to people things that help me. And I'm a person that basically came back from, you know, what would be considered unalived energy. Like, I was under a very powerful, I was under, you know, I was in a different type of situation, let's just say that. And I was able to balance myself out, and I was able to unbind myself, right? I was able to heal myself. So the thing that I offer you, perhaps they can heal you or help you and assist you in healing yourself, right? So I wrote some things down. Okay. So beginning with setting your intentions, because it's not just something you say. Like, you don't, it's way more to it than that. You want to attain a frequency, and it's one that many of us, we don't have, because we never really set our intentions on doing anything. We just go about and we take life as it comes along. So we end up doing many different things, right? Because we never had the frequency of intention that guide us from the beginning. So as you begin to set, you begin to move into the energy of setting your intentions, right? First, you want to attain the energy of gratefulness and gratitude. That's the first thing. Look around in your life and forget about the things that you don't have or the things that you consider to be missing from your life. That's unimportant, right? Focus on what you have. Look at the things that have sustained you, the people that have sustained you. Because see, when you're moving into the energy of setting your intentions, you got to prepare for a clarity that's going to come to you. Things going to become apparent as you begin to move further into the energy of really truthfully setting your intentions in this universe. You know, you become grateful and you show gratitude for even the smallest things, you know. It's like, just say, let's break it down in days. Day one, I decide my life is out of order. I want to set my intentions with God. I want to realign myself in this universe. Okay. Show gratitude and gratefulness. It's basically humbling yourself. Because if you want to set your intentions, humility is definitely required. Like, when you set in your intent, humility is a prerequisite. You have to become humble to the forces that be, not just the forces that favor you, right? This is high power stuff, you know. You got to be aware of lightness and darkness when setting your intentions, right? You can't say I'm a person that intend on being light, right? Without saying I'm a person that intend on balancing my darkness. You ask amiss. If you ask just for lightness, right, then you're not, where's your, you asking to be overwhelmed by darkness. It's about knowing it too. So allow the energy of gratefulness and gratitude to set in the first day. As you move around during your day, stop. Thank God for what you have. Right? Pick up the phone. Call somebody. that you know sustains your existence, right? Even though you might be, because if you're going to set your intentions, you definitely want to get everything right in your relationships, particularly the ones that God gave you. You're going to need those. It's things you're going to lose, but it's things you got to repair. So you might have to pick up the phone, put your pride to the side, tell somebody, I'm sorry, I apologize, right? This is what you really mean to me. These type of things, they speak volumes when you, this is like, mind you, when you set your intentions, think of the universe as being one big eye that's watching you, ancestors and everything, hello. And when you think of it like that, you can avoid unnecessary entity attachments, because you have to realize when you setting your intentions, you are awakening your spirit. So you awakening energies around you that may be dormant, good, bad, both of them. Don't expect the good without the bad, right? So in your intentions, you are now grateful. You are moving in this energy. You are repairing what you have damaged. You calling people and you restoring things, right? You picking up trash off the ground because you realizing it's that serious. Like, you being more focused on everything that sustained you, right? This is just day one. Day one, okay? So gratefulness and gratitude. We're dealing with setting intentions, y'all, for whoever's jumping on. Setting intentions. So day one, we got gratefulness and gratitude. Cling to those energies. Even when your mind stray, just make that your primary focus, Boom, let me stop. Show gratefulness, show gratitude. Send that energy out. It's most attractive to the hand of God. Gratefulness and gratitude, I'm hearing that song, grateful, 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 gratefulness is flowing. Yeah, that kind of energy, right? So once we grab that, day two, we start preparing, right? Our physical atmosphere. Because wow, we are manifesting the frequency of new intent, alignment, proper intent. We are setting intentions. We intentionally doing this now. All right. This is intentional, right? We looking at it like God is watching. The ancestors is watching, right? Boom. The enemy is watching. The devil is watching. You dig it? Don't always remember that. God is watching, of course, but the devil is watching. Because see, we get so busy focused on God watching that the devil sneak us off God. So we got to be aware. Both energies is watching, right? Now, where's my intention going? Good or evil, right? We're going to say that instead of God, and devil say good and evil, all right? Now, so we're preparing for the physical introduction of setting intent. Rearranging your home, cleaning up your environment, right? Now that's contemporary. When you setting your intentions, everything in your home, right? Before you set your intention, it's set in an energy. If you got things in your home that have evil spirits, they setting in that energy. You can clean your home all you want, but certain things, you remember the energy of Christ said, certain energies, demons only leave by fasting and praying. Consecration is this energy too. So this is what you're doing, right? You're making up, we lead into the energy of prayer, but this is what we're doing. We're arranging the environment now for setting new intentions. So we're setting our intentions and we're intentional about it. Day two, we rearrange the furniture, right? We clean up the home, different things. And you be amazed as you begin to clean up your home, Spirit says, you'll oftentimes find different things. And when you find them, they'll have an energetic signature. Like it could be something you lost, right? That really confused you when you lost it. And you could be like, oh, I found this. So that brings healing to your mind from that energetic point. It does. It doesn't seem like it, but it does. We talking real metaphysical stuff. You can see a cookie or something under your couch that your child had, right? And it could be cookie crumbs under there, right? Little do you know, this is the manifestation and harboring of small, low vibrational energies. Nevertheless, they influence the environment. So as you look at it, what does it do to you? You be like, man, that child done left this, right? It's low vibrational. So you cleanse it, right? This is what we're doing. We are rearranging the home. We setting our intentions. You can't, you can't heal yourself if you leave the environment the exact same way that afflicted you. Like if this environment afflicted you in a certain way, if we not leaving the environment, we got to change the environment, right? Setting of intentions is very powerful. Oftentimes you can be in situations that normal people have to leave, but if you use the power of setting your intentions, you can effectively change the environment and make it suitable for you on all levels. Spiritual, physical, mental, every level, right? Is that kind of power in you, divine human. Remember, we're dealing with divine seeds. So rearrange your home, clean up the environment. I remember a story of little dark spirits of Baal that live in the corners of your home. You know how when you clean your house, but you don't really go in the cracks, and then if you go in the crack, you'll see like black soot at the bottom, right? All right, like at the old home where man high priestess lived, we did a thorough cleansing, and what we took? We took black obsidian, right? The obsidian chips and the places where the dirt was. Do you know what I'm talking about? Deep in that corner right there. Bam. We got down and we scrubbed it out, and we put black obsidian, and we laced the whole room that we were going live from with black obsidian. And we noticed when we did that, the transmission got better because the internet kept freezing, so it became better, effectively driving out entities. Entities, they do affect transmission and electricity and all of that. Like that's important that you know that when you setting your intentions. So we rearranging the environment, right? We are preparing for the physical aspect of manifesting through setting our intentions, right? All right, after you clean up the environment, as Spirit says, get down in there, like rearrange your home. Rearrange it, right? If you feel like, many of you have already done this, right? So maybe this won't apply, but to somebody it could. If your home, if you're fighting with the energy of your own home, right? Think about it. Because I'm telling you, from room to room, you can allow each room to become infested with different type of energies. And from room to room, you can feel different ways, right? Now, when you become a person that's battling with your home, every room seems to be overwhelming. You go in the kids' room, man. You go in the living room, you can't find the energy. That's because it's too many things bonding you in the home. So how can you set intentions in the universe with that kind of binding energy in the home? It's counterproductive. So we setting intentions physically. Look at your home, right? Even if you gotta do it room by room, Spirit says. Going into this new year, this portal, although we know New Year's is March, we're gonna take advantage of this energy, right? We're gonna set some intentions around here. All right? Spirit says. We setting new intent around here. We getting aligned around here, right? All right. Go in the room. Pick one, right? Whichever room that may have the most bonding energy, pick that room, go inside there, clean it up, and begin to rearrange, begin to position things in a way that's suitable. You trying to manifest a whole new intention, right? So go inside. Black obsidian, it could be really advised in this energy, as well as as well as a lemon cleanse, right? I'm just feeling, so I'm just thinking that she was passing through. I was kind of just letting spirit bring me some different type of downloads. Some of you are fighting with very low vibrational, energetic strongholds in different rooms throughout your home, right? So as you clean it, and you clean it, of course, use bleach. That's real good. Bleach is a good substance to get low vibrational energies out, but not too much. But after you pretty much surface clean it, it wouldn't be bad to take a lemon and go through there and do some spiritual cleansing with the lemon, right? Really set the intentions. The floors are important, right? Start from the ground on up. And as you begin to move things around, the things that bind you or shift you energetically, it could be pictures of people, right? It could be different ornaments that you may have in these rooms. Pay attention to it, right? Because when you purposely begin to set your intentions, you become spiritually sensitive, right? We left day one, gratitude gained you a lot. So in day two, you in the energy, you full now because you got gratitude and you have gratefulness that you focused on those. So when you get to that place, day two, when you're doing the manifesting of your physical environment, pay attention to it, right? And always remember, cleaners are good. Surface cleaners, they real good. But when we spiritual cleansing, we want to kind of get the surface we clean it with the cleansers, detergents or whatever, get that out. Then we want to lay down a lemon cleanse spiritually. That's what we want to do. Olive oil is good. You can anoint different sections of your floor area with olive oil from the ground on up. And then, of course, clean the ceilings. But I'm talking about basically starting from the ground, right? And then you build on up in the room. You see things out of place, you rearrange them in the room. This is important because this is intentional. This is how you drive out. This is where you don't really need a priest to come and bring his energy to your home. You can handle it all on your own, honestly. Divine seeds, we have the power to order evil around, right? Within ourselves, outside of ourselves, and all of that. And don't ever let anybody convince you otherwise. This is what we do. Read the Old Testament. You don't have to fit a religious bill to move evil. No, it just has to be something that you're doing intentionally, right? You have faith about it. So after you get everything clean, Spirit says it could be advisable to burn a white candle, right? Get yourself maybe like some nag champa incense or whatever you like to burn that smells good to you, right? And serenade that energy. Serenade means use music. Music set to the frequency of 432 Henrik Hertz. So type in 432 8Z. Chantra Seba could be advised in this energy, right? Definitely, that's the music that I listen to. Her frequency, it's amazing. When you drive, I'm talking about driving out big evil energy, big energy, right? I'm talking about when you effectively trying to drive out spirits that your children bringing in your home, right? When you're trying to drive out spirits out their room, that's manifest. Because you got to realize, as you become spiritual, your environment becomes spiritual. So no longer do you only pay attention to you. You got to pay attention to the individuals that live around you, that's connected to you. What Hertz? 432. Henrik Hertz. Yeah, 432. So as we begin to serenade the energy with the frequency of 432, is healing. So you want to sit in that room with that. Like I said, burning a white candle, we're going to get to why that's important, right? Now, what I'm saying is not going to probably set well with you if you are a religious-minded person, right? Nevertheless, it's very much a part of religion. If you dig into religion with the candle work, but you have to understand, first of all, you're pretty much safe with a white candle, right? You're safe, right? Because you're setting intentions, right? So this is intentional. You don't need to go get a candle that's addressed to any spirit or anything for this. This is where people go wrong. People think candle work needs somebody to do something to the candle first. This is the power that you have, Divine Seed. I'm trying to walk you into it. You go to Dollar Tree and you see those candles that's $1 that be in the big white joints, white candles. Get yourself one of those, right? They're effective in setting your intent. And we're going to get to why that's effective. But remember, after cleaning with the surface cleaners, go over it with some hot water to get the detergents off, and then take a lemon. You know, I use lemon and lime, right? 432, absolutely. Henrik Hertz. And I squeeze the lemon and the lime and water, right? And then I just take a rag and I just get on my knees and I just wipe down with the lemon, right? Negative energies will fail to sit where you cleanse properly with a lemon. They'll have to wait until it get dirty again to manifest back in that environment. This is spiritual, all right? So when you get that out, like I say, anoint it with olive oil, right? And don't defile olive oil. For all of my divine seeds, olive oil is a very important and sacred kind of oil, as well as palm oil, right? So either one, anoint the position of your floor from the ground on up. Once you get that set, we got a white candle. Like I said, we serenade the energy with 432 Henrik Hertz frequency. It's the healing frequency. So this music, when you put it on and you sat in it, it speaks to parts of you that you don't know yet, right? But we're going to introduce you to that energy as well. So with the music set to the frequency of 432 Henrik Hertz, sit in that energy and introduce the weaker version of you to the stronger version of you. And that's powerful. And begin to serve your vices notice, right? So what am I saying? Once you establish your room and you got your room set and everything is positioned in this, the spiritual environment is conducive to setting your intent, right? Now we're going to go in and we're going to set some intentions, right? Because this is a frequency that we got to attain. So when we weak, we got something to get back to, right? Okay. Now, as you set in this energy, you know, and you serenade it, you introduce the weakest version of yourself to the stronger version of yourself, right? Now, how do I do that in my thoughts? Well, it requires me to think of how much of a shitball I am first, right? I have to be honest in this energy, like, you know, I done some things, and, you know, I done hurt some people, and I done been, you know, a person that, in spite of my good old self, this is me. And you think on the weaknesses of you. What is it that makes you weak? What is it that holds you up? Because you introducing us to something now. Mind you, got the white candle, everything is lit. We setting intentions. Now we focusing on first the weakness of us. As we sit in this energy and we posture ourselves in a point of humility. Whether you on your knees, you on your back, whether you sitting there, however you sit, right? Serenade, allow your mind to drift to the weaker parts of you, right? And then when you do that, I want you to understand, because this is quantum energy I'm dealing with. As you thinking of that, I want you to allow your mind to begin to drift to what would be the highest version of you. What are your strongest potentials? And if you develop the potentials that you have, how do you see yourself as? You have to allow that image of you to manifest in the setting of your intention, right? It's very easy because all of us, we have something that we good at. We'll take that. If you honed that and developed it, what could be the possibilities? Where do you see yourself being? Introduce that weaker self to that version of yourself in this energy, because it's serenaded, right? Because intentionally, right, this is the version of you, you're setting intentions that you can reach that version of you. First of all, that's why we set an intent. So we got to see that version of ourselves. And when we see that, when you let your mind drift, because always start at the weaker points, right? It creates balance. Don't never look at yourself when you're doing this type of setting of intention and you tapping into the energy of the shadow. Don't try to start at your strong points. Willfully go to your weakest points and allow your thoughts to go there, because those are the thoughts that you want to get in a bag. It's kind of like when Solomon introduced a certain energy to Archangel Michael and trapped it. You kind of using that type of alchemy, right? So focus on the lower aspects of self, your weaker points, and then let your mind drift to the manifestation of the highest points, right? There you meet a different energy, right? And when you do that, begin to serve notice to the things that bind you. Like, it could be alcohol, it could be smoking, it could be cigarettes, it could be sex, it could be gambling. Maybe you don't have the strength to overcome it right now. But while you in this frequency, introduce it, right? Serve it notice, like, I'm getting rid of this. This about to be done, right? Don't even do it with the intention of moving away from it in your own power. That's where we set intentions wrong. We go promise God, I'm going to get a hold of it. You can't. If you can get a hold of it, you would already did it. You'd already dropped it. You can't. It has you and you have it. So in the setting of intentions and we freeing ourselves up of it, you know what we do? We introduce it to a greater power, a higher version of us, right? And in that version of us, that can't exist. You can't see yourself doing what you do and being bonded by what bonds you. So you're going to begin to say, all right, and this energy, because you're neutral, right? We let spirit work. The spirit of you is working. So in that energy, you done serenaded the room. You got gratefulness and gratitude on your side. Realistic energy. You, vice, problem, you got to go. I'm serving you notice right now, right? And as you do that, that's a frequency. When you find yourself trapped by it again, you be amazed at what just happened, right? Many people, they walk out of these things from a metaphysical aspect, and then they hide the knowledge away from people, right? And that's the reason why it's people like us right now. It's powers within you that exist. I'm trying to show somebody how to work with them. All right, now listen. After we do that, we done serenaded the room, and we done introduced our weaker self to our higher self. And we done served our vices notice. Now what do? All right. It's prayer time now. Right. Prayers to God. What do we pray? And what do we do? Right? Whoever God may be to you. When you set in your intentions, pray to God and offer him the truth of who you are and who you aim to be, right? Don't go to God pump faking. Don't go to God in the energy begging. Setting intentions is powerful. So you got to come in and you got to be in full boldness of who you know who you are, right? This is the best way that you honor God, by knowing how to approach him. So you go to God and you offer him the truth of who you are and who you aim to be. And allow him to show you the you that you don't know. Honor your ancestors, right? Setting your intentions and honoring your ancestors and praying to God, you need to work all three of them angles when you're setting your intentions. Why? God is what governs. The creator is what governs, right? I don't care what your religious aspect is. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. It doesn't matter to me, right? I'm looking from a deeper depth of spirit, right? Whatever you consider to be the creator, that governs even your ancestors, what you deem to be the creator. Because this is what's going to be embedded in your will. So this is what you pray to, right? And when you pray to that, right? And this right here, it's important that you know this is light work of material. So I wouldn't advise you to try a lot of this if you got baneful intentions. Probably won't work. Nevertheless, allow God to show you the you that you don't know. Honor your ancestors. Invite them in to strengthen you and prepare yourself for letting go of your weakness. That's one of the biggest things about setting our intentions. After you pray to God and you give him the truth of who you are and who you aim to be. Now you have to allow him to show you the you that you don't know, right? When you honor your ancestors, you essentially offer yourself the protection and assistance of very high vibrational energies that exist in your energetic field, that you don't see them with your eyes, but they are there. They are very much real, right? And when you fail to invite your ancestors in, a lot of us, we have ancestors, they are demon slayers. They fight back the demons. I'm talking about chokehold them out, drag them out of there, right? And no, these ancestors may not be conventional. They may not be draped in white robes like you taught in religion, right? This is a different level of spirituality. This is the realism of spirituality. You got ancestors, they vow and they drag evil out your life. And some of them are evil themselves. But the reason why it's situated like this, divine human, is because you have a purpose. And in your purpose, yes, you have very evil energies that guard you from other evil energies. And not acknowledging this and this balance and thinking that everything is good, it makes you susceptible because you don't invite them in. But when you invite these energies in, you have to really be prepared now to let go of the weakness of your old self. It's going to hold you up. Then it's going to put you in conflict. You're going to be in conflict with your ancestors, and you're going to be in conflict with God and your purpose and your own intent. You setting intentions. So you have to realize it's things that you don't know. You have to be willing to say, okay, I don't know. God, show me. That's offering God the truth of who you are. God, I don't know. I'm in territory unknown, but this is resonating with my spirit. So I'm moving in an energy that's resonating with my spirit. And then as you offer God that, and you tell him who you aim to be, I aim to be right about life. I aim to be a spiritual warrior that you made me to be. I aim to be able to this world is changing, God. I want to be able to have my faith intact and, and still defend myself against the onset of spell work, right? As you do this, you're introducing God. You're telling God, you're giving God, offering him the truth of who you are, the truth of who you aim to be. Then you got to be prepared to receive from him the truth about you that you don't know. The you don't know, God only can show you that. And honoring your ancestors, it assists you because you're going to begin to tap into past life energy, Akashic record energy, and you need the assistance of your ancestors to navigate you through this because it can become confusing and it can lose you. All in the setting of your intention. So, as you allow God to show you the you that you don't know, don't try to hold on to the weaker version of who you were. It's going to cause chaos, right? Because you got to let go of the weakness. The stronger you is trying to be born. That's why you rearrange your home. That's why you started off in the energy of gratefulness and gratitude. That's why you serenaded the environment with, the music on a frequency of 432 Henrik Hertz. All of this. You do all of this. Why? Because you was building up to an intentional prayer. Now I want you to understand the energy of your prayer while setting your intent. You want better? Be prepared to lose what's worse. All right? Is that real? Because that frequency ain't nothing to play with. Because when you set the frequency of being better, now the universe going to come. It's coming for you. And it's not in a bad way, but it's in a very powerful way. Ancestors begin to yank things away from you that's not serving you no more. And then you be out here in the energy of, oh my God, did I make a mistake? No, things are getting better. They're getting better for you. But you sometimes don't know what's making you sick. So God yank it out of there. The ancestors yank it out of there. Break it down. It's gone. And now you like, man, am I right or am I wrong? Wait a minute. Did you set right intentions? Are you moving according to your intentions? Of course you're right. You losing things because the divine is removing them in that energy. Be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. Like, you know, and it's all good. When you look at it like that, it'll create a subtle sense of peace on the inside, right? Then you'll be like, no matter what happened, right? Because I promise you this. If the universe takes something from you attached to the lower version of you, it's going to reward you with something from the higher version of you. You know how I know this to be true? Because the laws of the universe say in order to get something from the universe, you have to be willing to offer up something of equal value. So if I'm offering up the lower vibrational aspects in me, expect the universe to begin to yank stuff out of that. Yes. Me, I see you. I hear you, sis. That's what it do right there. That's good. Like that kind of energy. That's how we gonna build it, y'all. Like they speak of a new heaven and a new earth. I wish that people could really understand that Old Testament is a need to read that. To all my spiritualists, them characters out the Bible, pick a few of them and go read the Old Testament. Even if you don't read the King James Version, it don't matter because that's it. You know, read a more moderate version, right? And don't read the Bible no more to try to learn the words and all. That's not important. Okay, we're in a new world. If you read the holy books, read the best version you can find and draw from the energy, right? Because new heaven and new earth, that's what we moving into. Like, you know what's heaven? I'm going to tell you what's happening. For you to come here from a family that's bound by alcohol, sex, Jezebel, my Archangel Michael, many other different type of energies, drug, violence, right? You know, even some people from families that are well-to-do but move in a cultic rhythm where they can only view people as things, you know, great witchery. You know, that's how witches view people, as things, baneful witches. They people are things to them. So, and some people are cursed with that. Like they look, so in spite of all the curses, you know what heaven is? For you to be the one that take hold of the knowledge that you, first of all, it's meant for you to do that. And you're not only living for you, you're living for those in your bloodline, your descendants. They're a little further back than your ancestors. But your ancestors and your descendants, perhaps all of them lay in the yamas under the same imprisonment. That's what hell is, y'all. You know what hell is? When you look back at all of your generational energy, and there's so many of them that succumbed and they didn't figure it out and they went under this energy and they ain't leave a legacy for nobody to walk in, right? The only thing that they left is for us to be born and walk in the turmoil that we walk in, right? The things that we overcome. But you know what heaven is? When you overcome them, and then your ancestors and the yamas, they standing up now. They looking at you. They like, yeah, baby girl, you know, and then when you get the love of your ancestors, you begin to feel it in your rhythm. Like, just say, you know, you a man and you establish ancestral contact with your high vibrational ancestors. And let's just say you moving in that energy where, you know, and you know, you get your head cut and you could feel the ancestors like, yeah, they go my son over there. There you go. He looking good out there, right? Because that's how they conversate about us. In the yamas, where these energies exist, they very much real. Like, they very real. Like, every book tells you honor your ancestors for a reason. Because you don't want them to turn their back on you. That's not what you need. You want them to move in your energetic field. You know, it's like, you know, it's nothing wrong with as a woman, you getting ready to go out or whatever. You can be going out with your husband or you can be going out on a date or whatever. But it's nothing wrong when you moving in this high vibrational energy and you in the mirror getting ready and then you hear them energies and they say, yeah, baby girl, that's right, you looking good tonight. And you feel that and you hear that. That's not crazy, that's power. But see, they taught us that that's crazy, right? That's not crazy, that's power. When you balance yourself, you're supposed to hear energies. You're supposed to, that's why you think the books say honor your ancestors. They said that for a reason. And you know how we know it ain't crazy? I was looking at the Bible and it was speaking about the transfiguration of Christ, how his ancestors came and he was with them, Elijah and Moses, and he transformed right in front of Peter, right? They was literally there, but when you read it and you understand it, it's like Peter didn't even realize that. He was like, well, what y'all need, some water or something? They was like, man, we gone, we not even here. It happened right before his eyes, a transfiguration. No, the clouds didn't do all that. That's kind of, but what happened was, more than likely, a man went into a state of existence and the energy is powerful. Like, you know, you could feel that. If you ever been in a reading, a real reading, you can feel your ancestors. You could feel the energy. You could feel it, right? That's transfiguration right there. We all go through it. But you got to welcome them in. And prepare yourself to let go of the weaker version of you. So that was just a little bit of information about setting your intentions. I pray that somebody got something from it. I love you all. You know, we be back a little bit later. It's New Year, so we'll probably be cooking up something real good. And I love y'all. Until later. Amen, as well as Ashe.